We are live. What's going on, Matt? How are you, man?
What's up, Josh? Happy Friday, 25th episode. I can't believe we made it this far.
Quarter of the way to 100.
Man, just think about it. We're all the way through the middle of July already, and we started this in the first week of January.
We've come a long way.
Ever since that first 20-minute episode where we didn't know what we were doing, and we were young and immature.
That was a rough one. That was a really rough one. Oh, man. So, yeah, well, welcome back, everybody, to the Goldgell Getaways travel podcast. My name is Josh. Of course, every week, I'm joined with Matt, and we're back again. And if you guys don't know who Goldgell Getaways is, this is your first time listening to us or watching us live. We are a full-service travel agency helping you plan your next destination, wherever that may be, whether it's across the pond, over to Japan in 2023, to Disneyland, down here to Florida for Walt Disney World, or taking a sailing on a cruise, maybe on a Royal Caribbean cruise, maybe on a Disney cruise. We have got an agent who can help you plan your next destination vacation, whether you have big kids, small kids, no kids at all. You can head on over to www.goldgellgetaways.com and get started today. And also, I should mention that if you are listening and you're interested in becoming a travel agent, we are still hiring, as far as I know.
Yes,
otherwise, Pam will yell at me afterwards because I've filled her inbox with unnecessary applications.
As of this recording, we are still hiring.
Right. Yeah, awesome. Well, of course, each and every week, we can never do this podcast by ourselves. And when we do it by ourselves, I mean, it still turns out pretty well, right?
Josh, I think we've done 3 with no guests, and I'm going to say we're a strong 2 out of 3. That'll get us in the Hall. That'll get us in the Hall of Fame. Well, that's solid.
All right. I like it. Well, of course, this week we are not alone. We have got Kim with us this week. Hi, Kim.
Hey, hi everybody.
I thought Matt was going to say something there. For
a
second.
No, sorry.
Breath, I
got double barrel computers going.
I just realized something because, I never like to make this podcast go smoothly. So I have to go run and grab my charger for my laptop. Kim, why don't you take the next 30 seconds and give everybody your life details and why you joined, or, maybe what you specialize in with Goldgell Getaways. BRB.
Okay. Hey everybody. So I've been with Goldgell Getaways about 3 months now. But I'm a project manager by nature in my day job and have been for like 20 years. And so planning things just is kind of my thing and comes natural, I guess. And I have a huge love for Disney, and always planning our vacations was always part of the fun of it for us. So I decided to jump in after watching the podcast and following the WDW couple on their social media and whatnot. It just seemed like a really fun thing that I wanted to be part of. So awesome. I'm starting out.
That's awesome, Kim. We're glad you're a part of our family. Quick question.
Thank you. Yeah.
Favorite park? Which one's your favorite park to go to? Your go-to park? Yep, putting you on the spot.
Yeah, you are. So as a couple with my husband, I would have to say it's probably Epcot, but I have a love for Magic Kingdom, right? It's just, that's the magic to me. I don't know.
All right.
But
Epcot, especially since we're going to be talking a little bit.
There you go.
A little bit about Epcot.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Josh, I think that went smooth without you. We didn't even realize you were back.
Oh, are you saying I can just take the night off then?
That's a definite no.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Kim, for coming on tonight. And
thanks for having me.
I think we're gonna have a great episode. I'm excited to talk about tonight because I also love to eat and drink.
Yep, I'm with you.
So it should be good. Yeah. Matt, what do we got next? Oh,
sponsorship, especially with some of the news we just got. Breaking news coming out of this a little bit.
Breaking news. Why don't you take it away this week, Matt?
Well, I like how you talk about Adam first. You give it because you get to show the video of you dropping the food, and then I'll lead into the breaking news.
All right. So, so each and every week, this podcast is brought to you by Chef Adam, who is a celebrity chef. He's been seen on Food Network's Chopped and Restaurant Express with Robert Irvine. And what's really great about taking a class with Adam is that you learn a lot of new things, a lot of different things about cooking. And what we have been doing most recently is Copycat Theme Park food series, I guess what you could say. And for some of those, we make food items that are specific to the Disney theme parks. And sometimes we make some cocktails to go with that as well that you can find. So what's really great about it is that you can take a little bit of Disney that you might get in the parks and make it at home and enjoy it. So super thorough. We always have a great time. Sometimes we have too much of a good time, like me, when I had too many Jedi mind tricks and I dropped my Ronto wrap onto Taylor's laptop, which...
Whoops.
Yeah. Whoops is right. Whoops is right. So it was a lot of fun. Yeah, it's always great. It's something, it's a way to learn some new cooking skills, to learn just a little bit more about the cuisine itself. And you get to have that, that same recipe and the video, so you can always go back and make it again. So Matt, share the news.
So the breaking news in the last couple minutes from Adam directly via Pam. So next week, dates and menus will be available for the next set of copycats. We don't have exact dates of when the classes will start as of right now, but if you check out adamgoldgell.com.
Hold on. Let me give me like another 30 seconds here.
30 seconds.
Go ahead, Phil. You just fill the dead air. Fill the dead air.
So menus and dates for the next copycat. Rumors they're going to start right around the fall. I'm excited about this.
Me too.
Especially where they're going to be new options. Let's talk real quick, Josh. Have you watched the episode of Chop that he was on? Have you ever had a chance to watch that?
I have watched that. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I think he got hosed on that a little bit. I think he should have won. Yeah, I'm going to go there.
I'm going to have to go find it.
Yeah, it's the only episode where I think they do grilling inside. Mm-hmm. You don't normally do that, which is pretty tough.
Yeah. My opinion, even though Adam's a friend, I think he should have won. Just saying. That's Matt's 2 cents on that.
No, not biased in any way whatsoever.
No, definitely not.
I'm almost there. I'm almost there. I got it.
What you're looking for.
I got it. Sorry, I wanted to get the other website link because sometimes www.adamgoldgell.com doesn't always work. So if you're watching, the email or the website's up on the screen, which is thecheftigitator.com. Yeah, so it'll be in the description if you're listening in the car or something like that. It is a little bit of a mouthful, but fantastic. Adam's a great guy. He has some really great humor, and he can really take the class in any direction depending on its audience. So, more adults, we can have more adults, geared towards class. Some kids, he can throw in some witty stuff in there as well. So it's fun. Good times while I try to speak.
It's like we've talked before we got on the air, Josh. You're just having one of those weeks.
It's not been a great one. It's not been a great one, but well, why don't you take it away?
We're going to go into some of our current things that we got going on or coming up. So Barbados with the boys and Taylor, December 12th, 2021, 7-night Southern Caribbean island hop, leaving out of the Barbados with stops in Trinidad, Tobago, Grenada, St. Vincent's, and Dominica. Oh, and St. Lucia. Sorry.
Yes.
We want everybody to come along. I just looked up pricing on this again. It's just a little over $1,200 now for an inside stateroom for 2 people. Okay. I think that's a great deal, especially like we talked about having an inside stateroom on this cruise, Josh, where it's all island hop, and it's going to be very minimal time in your room. You're pretty much sleeping, showering, and then you're out and about. So if you're looking to go on a cruise and take advantage of our hashtag revenge vacation, an inside stateroom is probably the best way to go on this trip, and reaching out to a Goldgell Getaways agent to get you booked and enjoy the craziness that Josh is going to put me through.
It's going to be fantastic. It'll be one of the best trips of your life.
Yeah,
no doubt about that.
Well, we've talked about it. We're going to do some waterfall and some rapid stuff. Zip lining over a volcano. Yeah, we got to figure out more about that one. Maybe it's near a volcano, probably not necessarily over a volcano.
It's probably near one. I don't know that it would be over, but if it is, I'm down for that. I'll totally do that.
Taylor was the one that brought that to my attention, that it was near a volcano. And then we were talking about doing one of the spice tours. And then rum's a big thing on these islands. And I know, speaking for myself, and I know you, Josh, we both enjoy our rum. So
yes, I'm a little disappointed though, because it clearly states that you cannot record any video in there at all during the rum part. So that's unfortunate, but I'll just have to enjoy it for myself and not be able to share it with everybody. So
and then last but not least, in Barbados, swimming with turtles.
Swimming with turtles, yes.
We're still trying to figure out exactly what this consists of. When we met with Mary Ann 2 weeks ago, she is very, very big on the swimming with turtles. So Mary Ann, being one of our agents and one of our close friends, we are going to look into this and figure out if we can swim with turtles. Is it really a thing? Is it name of it? I'm confused by it, but hopefully Mary Ann can figure it out for us.
No, I think
did we establish what it was?
She sent me a link to it, and I think it's actually going to be, what they'll do is they'll take us out to probably an area where they know the turtles hang out in, and then they will kind of just drop us off. And they're not going to drop us off; they'll stay there, but then they'll allow us to hang out and swim with the turtles, basically. So
Ooh, and they give you on that one, Josh, lunch and everybody's favorite word. If you're an adult, you love these two words put together: open bar.
Is it included?
It says.
Does it say it's included?
I'm going to assume so.
I mean, even if it's not, I mean, it'll be a great time. But
well, open bar usually means it's along with the price,
right? I would think so. So
I'm sure it might be limited to your rum runner and.
I mean, that's fine. That's fine. I don't mind. I won't complain.
But we want everybody to come on this cruise. Reach out to an agent. Josh, do you want to throw up the email for that one? events@goldgellgetaways.com. In the subject, Barbados with the boys and Taylor. We're excited about this cruise. Yes. I mean, even though it's in December and it's pretty far away still, hashtag revenge vacation, especially a trip like this where Barbados, I think we're going to be actually on the second sailing out of Barbados, which I think is going to be
wow.
Cool.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Yes. Cool.
So that's going to be the second sailing out of the port in Barbados, which is the Royal Caribbean's new port, which Laurie talked about a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Other things we got going on: room blocks for February and April school vacation. We're going to go. Room blocks are where we have blocked out prices for both of those trips. 7 nights. Oh, sorry, February 19th, 2022. 7-night Royal Caribbean Symphony of the Seas, leaving out of Miami, with stops in Perfect Day, Coco Cay, Antigua, and St. Thomas. That one in April is going to be April 16th. Same itinerary, same stops, same fun, especially if you're a family from the Northeast, where I know that school vacation week for you guys. Get out of the cold. Go get your hashtag revenge vacation during that school vacation time. Get warm. Events@goldgellgetaways.com. You can either put February vacation or April vacation. Perfect day Coca Cola, Josh. Nothing much more to say about that one.
It's a fantastic place. You will not be disappointed if you have not taken a Royal Caribbean cruise yet. So I highly suggest this is, like Matt already said, it's a great time of the year. So jump on it, jump on it.
And then Josh, I'm going to let you talk this one because I think technically, because I'm real like on top of these things. Like I think we'd be coming back today, right?
I think so. Roughly, yeah. Should be.
Friday. Yeah, we'd probably already be in California.
Ooh. Yeah. We could be slinging webs, but we're not, unfortunately. Yes. So the next big trip that we have been talking about a lot is our Alaskan group cruise. This will be the second group cruise that Taylor and I have kind of put together with Goldgell Getaways, obviously. And the first one was just so much fun. We had such a great time that we really started planning this next cruise before we even got off the ship. And we got a lot of feedback from everybody that was there. And the consensus was maybe let's try to hit Alaska. So that's what we're doing. So this is going to be on Ovation of the Seas. This is a cold water ship, which makes this even better because you don't have to worry about being cold if you want to be out in the pool or enjoying the hot tub or just enjoying the deck in general. I mean, we're going to try and do everything, even though you can't do everything, but we're going to try and do as much as we can, from dog sledding to potentially bar hopping to fishing and glacier walking and helicopter tours. Whale watching, whale seeing. I mean, if we can try to do it, we're going to do it. So, yeah.
Can I ask you a question, Josh?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm from New England, and we have whale watching up here. What's the difference between whale watching and whale seeing?
Whale watching and whale seeing. I think whale seeing, right, is from you have to stay on the ship. Whale watching gets you like right up close. Those are my two definitions.
All right.
All right. Those are officially TM trademarks of Josh Rippey. Two different definitions of whale watching and whale seeing. All right.
Yeah, I just want to make sure in case anybody had any questions.
That's great because some people might not have known that. So
I have to remember this.
Yes. Don't forget. Our sailing is going to set sail out of Seattle on July 15th, 2022. And if you're interested, we're probably going to try to do a day or two beforehand up there. And then we are trying to plan some stuff on the back end, maybe going to Disneyland. So obviously everybody's always welcome to join before or afterwards. But really, the main thing here is hitting up Alaska on Ovation of the Seas with Royal Caribbean. So if you're interested, you can head on or you can send an email to events@goldgellgetaways.com. But I always have to leave you with maybe I should just cut the whole group because I think everybody just really wants to see me, making a fool of myself.
It's not really a fool anymore. It's like that woman's going to do her dance right now. Get down with it right there. Right. And then there's you.
I should really maybe just go and pull some new footage so that it's like each week you get to see something different if you're watching the podcast on YouTube.
There you go.
Right? That's what I should.
The bonus for tuning in.
There you go. Yeah.
But I think a lot of people tune in just to watch
to see that.
Well, I mean, that's true. I don't know. Maybe we can give them something extra
behind the scenes.
Right. Yes, of course. Awesome.
And that's it for the cruises. So now we got some Disney news, Josh. We got a lot of Disney news that came out in the last.
Yes, we did.
Probably 48 hours, and I'll try to be quick with this, even though it is what it is. Packages, like we talked about, are available all the way up until the fall of 2022 now, which is great. Rooms are limited, so make sure you get with your Goldgell Getaways agent sooner than later. Have a couple different options of dates you want to come, and make sure to put that refundable deposit down so you can start to lock in that vacation, especially during the 50th anniversary, which starts in October 1st. Psst, Josh, did you hear what happened? Trader Sam's is open.
I did. And I also heard that there was like a 5-hour wait to get in that same day. I'm super pumped about this. This is fantastic. We can now go almost once the monorail station reopens at the Polynesian, we can officially go back to our regularly scheduled program of the monorail bar crawl. So I can't wait. I can't wait.
I'm excited about that one, Josh. I'm going to be down in 4 weeks. Would they be mad at me if I just sleep outside the door of Trader Sam's? And I know they're not taking anybody in that virtual queue until about 2:30, but hey, I just want to make sure I can get in.
Yeah, I mean, before it closed down, normally we tried to get there at about 2:00, 2:30, and we would just start a line right there at the door.
Right.
And I mean, it wasn't necessarily frowned upon. I mean, they never told us to leave and go anywhere. We just kind of hung out, stayed along the wall. We didn't have truck traffic. So
I like how they're doing the virtual line, though. That kind of alleviates the stress down there right now.
Yeah. So I'm excited. We're going to have to hit it up.
Definitely. This one happened on Sunday, I think. The Epcot monorail has reopened. I know, Josh, why you're kind of laughing about this one.
Yep. I sure do.
Did you get a chance to ride that, Josh?
Nope. I haven't run it yet. I'm laughing because if you don't know, I was trying to do a live stream on Tuesday, 2 days after the monorail had been reopened. And I started over at Hollywood Studios, took the Skyliner all the way to Epcot, walked through Epcot, all the way back up to the front to get up there and find that, the monorail's closed because it's not running due to maintenance or something or whatever. So that was a little disappointing. But
2 days in, and it needed maintenance. That's kind of
But hey, I mean, it happens, and eventually I'll get over there to ride it. So it's no big deal.
I like what Eric put in the chat. It opened 1 week too late.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course.
Would have been an easy trip over from Magic Kingdom when we were there for the fam trip.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what else do we got? We got a lot of reopenings, Josh. The Wonderful World of Animation lights up the Chinese theater starting August 1st. So the nighttime show at Hollywood Studios is back. One of my favorite things, I know a lot of people aren't a big fan of this one, the Monsters Incorporated laugh floor. I like it. Some people don't. Yeah. I enjoy it. Reopens on August 8th. I'm going to kind of go in order here. Beauty and the Beast stage show at Hollywood Studios, which is a big thing there, opens on August 15th.
It's a big people eater.
Yes, that's I don't like to steal your trademarked words.
Oh, thank you.
And even though this is probably meant for little kids, I really enjoy it too, because especially it's kind of on the cruises too. Turtle Talk with Crush reopens on August 21st. Dude. And Josh, out of those, which one are you probably more excited to see?
Probably Monsters Inc. I actually really enjoy Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. Do
you like to get picked out, or are you that guy that kind of puts his head down and kind of hides?
I don't mind. I mean, I've been picked out before. I've never been that guy. It's funny enough. I would like to be that guy, but I never get picked to be that guy. I do get picked out sometimes, but not very often.
Yeah, I think the last time I got picked, they said that I would buy a churro for everybody that was there. Some people actually thought that was going to be true.
They just followed you around.
Yeah, they followed me out and asked and it was like, no, that's a no.
Right.
But I mean, I'm excited for that. I'm excited for the Wonderful World of Animation show. That's another nighttime show that's get going a little bit. And then, like you said, the whatchamacallit, the Beauty and the Beast is a people eater? Is that what
yeah, people eater. I mean, right. so is Monsters Inc. So that'll be nice to really get a lot of people, and Monsters Inc. even more so because it's all in the air conditioning. So Beauty and the Beast is not. It's all basically kind of like stadium seating, so to speak.
Right. And then some news of some shows ending. Epcot Forever will be ending on September 28th, and Happily Ever After will conclude on September 29th. I know a lot of people are disappointed by those, but some things just, I hate to say it, some things need to change, and especially with the 50th, because you never know what's going to happen. Like the show could be 100 times better. I know some people don't like change in this world. I know. I get it.
I think I said that before we started the podcast today.
Yeah.
Not about Disney though. It's just about other things.
Both the show at the Magic Kingdom and Epcot, not Epcot Forever, Harmonious will be starting on October 1st, coinciding with the 50th anniversary. Spectacular. So don't stress. There's going to be a fireworks. There's going to be a show. Everybody take a deep breath.
It'll be good. If it turns out to not be good, I think Disney will certainly rectify the situation. So a lot of people weren't very happy about, what was it called? Don't bark. Oh man. What was what was that Magic Kingdom there for a while?
Oh boy.
See, we don't even remember anymore.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was there for years. People were upset that it was leaving. And now, we have this one and it's going to change in a couple of years. We'll all forget about Happily Ever After and, it'll be fine. So,
so that's it pretty much coming out of, it was called Wishes.
Wishes.
So they just took that out and then made that the name of the ship.
Right.
So that's how it works.
Yep.
What do we got? Some news coming out of Disney Cruise Line. Whoa, coming in hot. And we were talking about dog not going to be loud tonight. The Dream just finished their test sailing and have been approved for a first sailing on August 9th. 4-night cruise with, I want to say, double barrel stops in a Castaway. I think that's a great start for Disney Cruise Lines. Josh, are you talking to the dog?
Of course I'm not. I'm just talking to myself. Very strangely.
Like we talked about, it's that kind of week. But what do you think about that, Josh? The first sailing back. It's 2 weeks, not even 2 weeks away.
Yeah, it's right around the corner. I know we're going to get some updates here on the sailings themselves and some more than likely some big changes. I'm honestly excited to see how different Disney's going to be compared to the rest of the industry, right? Because we've seen the rest of the industry is out and been sailing a little bit here and there. Disney, we have not really seen that yet. So I'm interested to see how different it's going to be. I don't know if because we already have some details. I don't know if we're really allowed to reveal those just yet. If we might have to wait till Monday. So
yeah, I would wait until after Monday, especially where it's better to just give it all.
Yep, I agree.
One lump sum.
I agree. So we'll see. But it is exciting, right? This will be they don't really consider Disney as part of the major cruise line industry because they only have 4 ships, soon to be 5. But this is really kind of, in my opinion, the complete, picture now of cruising will be almost back to normal. So,
and that's the only one that they've announced that's going to come back right now, which I'm assuming is probably over the next couple of days or weeks. We're going to hear what they're going to do with the Fantasy after their test sailing. Disney Wish bookings. If you want to get on the Disney Wish that first year, book now. There's not many rooms left on that whole, I'm going to say probably first 15 to 20 cruises. I did see some availability on the one that we are on, Josh.
Really?
Yeah.
Did it pop back up?
Yeah. They're the just guaranteed staterooms. They're not the exact pick your rooms, but you have the opportunity to get on and hang out with the boys and Taylor and Marianne. Sounds like with Gilligan's Island. But if you want to come on that, want to book on for the Wish, be open-minded, have a couple dates available, and reach out to a Goldgell Getaways agent. Keep going through the news. Halloween Horror Nights. Unfortunately, they didn't name a house today. I was expecting them to name a house, and all they came out with Josh was happy 100 days till Halloween. That was kind of lame by them. But tickets are now available. Jack is back. The houses that have been announced so far has been Beetlejuice, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Bride of Frankenstein, The Haunting on Hill House. We're going to be there in the end of October. I'm going to cry, but it is what it is.
It's okay, Matt.
It's all about sacrificing yourself for the vlog.
It'll be remembered forever.
Right. Kind of like you in the video last week when I was sleeping in the chair over at the Garden Grill. Yeah. Well, you're on mute, brother.
Oh, almost. We were waiting for it. We were so excited. We were like, "Oh man, I really hope Matt falls asleep. This would be great."
Yeah,
but you did.
All I see is the camera pointed at me, and I'm dozing out, and I see everybody's mouth moving. Thanks, bud. What else do we have here? Nothing coming out of Disneyland, Royal Caribbean.
Oh.
I didn't put anything. It is time to talk about the topic of the week. Yes. So the main discussion for tonight, we're going to talk about the Disney Food and Wine Festival. I think everybody loves it. Kim, you want to go into just like what are the exact dates? Like when can people enjoy this? Just some.
Put me on the spot.
I know. I'm sorry.
Give us everything.
I didn't have the dates this year.
That's okay. You don't have to have the dates.
Rough dates.
It's roughly
now.
It's roughly now till like what, the middle of
November.
So,
yeah.
Lots of time.
But now, and it sounds like this year some booths are not opening up till October.
Correct.
So that's a little bit different than the past. Because maybe it's running longer. So there's some open now and then some opening later.
And I think they're also they may also be doing that in a November 20th. Thank you, Andrea Wilson. I think they're also probably doing that in an effort to provide a few more options for a lot more people, right? So, obviously after October 1st, the 50th anniversary has started. So we're going to probably see a lot more people here. And speaking of that crowds, I had mentioned on Tuesday when I went to go live stream that I got my park pass for Hollywood Studios at 6:50 in the morning that day. And for the last couple of months, that has not been possible. Normally you'd have to wait till after 9 o'clock or even till after 2 o'clock when park hopping opens up. So, but yeah, so
okay.
I'm kind of sad, Josh, that like, when did I leave? Wednesday, and this would start Thursday. Food and wine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Somebody didn't plan that accordingly.
Clearly.
But you'll be back, right?
Yes,
so you're going to get to enjoy it.
I'm going to be down in August for almost 2 weeks.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I extended some time on that, Josh. You didn't. Surprise.
Oh, excellent.
It doesn't affect you, but surprise.
So, Kim, have you had a chance to go this year yet?
No, not this year.
Okay.
So, yeah, but I think we've been, so it's one of our like top 2 favorite festivals. I think we've been 8 times in our Disney vacationing life, right?
Okay.
We always kind of planned our fall trip around that so we could make sure to hit it up. So, it's something that we really enjoy. And one of the things we would do, like we would always try to go like Monday through Thursday of our trip to have the least amount of crowds when we were there. And I don't know if that's a no-brainer or not, but it was always good. And we always, even if we went like on Fridays or Saturdays, we definitely always tried to avoid Sundays. It seems like that's a big day for locals to be there. So on top of your vacationers, there'd be locals. And we always found too that it seemed like to be the big day when your larger groups were there drinking around the world, right?
Okay.
Doing their fun things. So, I mean, if that's your thing, join in. But if it's not, it was a good time to skip that crowd. So, and let's see. One of the other things that we always made sure to do was make sure to get your festival booklet, right? Because it's a fun, while it helps guide you around the world and find your stuff, it's also a fun free souvenir to take home and look back over. So I was always have my pen out, marking off my food and drinks, and we're going to talk about this later and remember what we, did, and collecting stamps or stickers, right? It was just fun. It was part of the experience. And it always made a nice little thing to take home. And then
no, sorry. I was just going to say this year they actually, the book does not have any stickers on it, I think.
Oh, okay.
Last I checked, you can still, I don't think so. You can still check stuff off, obviously, right? You should always bring a pen. Yeah. Always have a pen.
Always have a pen.
Or not to throw Taylor under the bus, but if you go to sit down at a restaurant and you pay with your card and then you sign the check, you might just keep that pen.
She's one of them. She's one of them. Yeah, for sure. So, that is, when we talk about planning, right, for food and wine, let's say, did you guys ever really take the time to research any of that stuff online? Like, I know right now, over the last couple of years, it's just been so big. They release all these menu items online normally, and everybody seems to try to go through and pick out everything beforehand. I personally always like to go in kind of blind and kind of discover some things as I go, except I do look for ciders because I'm like, I gotta have a cider. Right. But but did you guys ever do any planning ahead, or did you just kind of wing it whenever you came down?
We've probably done both, but I'd say we tended more towards the side of planning, at least some things, right?
Okay.
Like where we wanted to because we would tend to go maybe the first couple days of our trip, at least hit it up at 11 o'clock when Food and Wine opens and just stay for a couple hours, and then go to another park or do something, the rest of the day. And then we would kind of take the middle of our trip and skip it, and then make sure to hit it the last couple days of our trip again, just to go back and have anything that we really liked and wanted to taste again. Or so we planned out, and I think we hit those booths first to make sure we didn't miss them because we knew we wanted that stuff. But then at the same time, we'd be eyeballing, stuff and just seeing what else was there to have that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
I think I'm the same way as you, Josh. Is I like to wing it. I like my cider just like you do, but not as dramatic as you do. I would say. Is that a word?
Dramatic.
I have a different drinking palate than you do a little bit, but I'm open to trying everything, and I like to go in blind. So I'm not even actually, if it's a drink, the only drink like we talked about is that the beer over at the wing place, right? That watermelon dragon fruit sour beer, which that's the only thing on the menus that I've starred that's where I'm going. I'm hitting that right out the gate.
Okay.
Yeah. And then it's a free for all.
Yeah.
You see it and then you get it.
I'm going to see a lot and get a lot.
Get it.
and that kind of goes into one thing you left in one of the notes here. So you don't run into situations like I have a feeling that I would run into of whoa, why is my credit card bill $400? Is budget yourself a little bit by getting one of the gift cards. I know, Josh, you're a big advocate for this too. Yep. If it wasn't for you, I probably wouldn't do this. And I would cry when I see my credit card. I bring it back.
Yeah. So. We always thought that was a good idea. Planned ahead, budgeted what we wanted, put it on a gift card, and then, there you go, keeping track. And
well, and the other thing with the gift cards too, I say within recent years, obviously the first time that we went to a food and wine festival, I think was back in 2017. So, and I think going back then that far, they still had the gift cards on the little wristlets, as far as I know. So it's a really great kind of, maybe I shouldn't go as far as saying it's like a nice little souvenir. But it is something that is specific, very specific to your trip. Because of the season. So it's nice to have. And of course you can always still use that gift card anywhere on Disney property.
Right.
So you can reload it as many times as you need to.
I'm a big fan of how you can have it right around your wrist. You're not chasing it. You're not looking through your wallet for it.
Right.
I think in the long run that might hurt me more because it's
Too easy?
it's easier to swipe.
Yeah.
Right.
But
So-
so we do too. We'd always get that as another free souvenir. It's not really free, I guess,
Right.
but still you get to take it home. The one thing we did learn though was that because we would for our trips when we were budgeting, we'd buy gift cards throughout the year or whatever our planning time was, and then just bring them with us for a trip. And we had planned for a food and wine, but we learned that you cannot purchase the gift card with another gift card.
Right.
So don't put all of your budgeted money onto a gift card if you want the little festival gift card.
Yeah.
Just a little. Yeah.
Set aside maybe like $100 in cash or $50 in cash. You know, I mean, however much you want to budget and spend, you know, maybe set that aside in cash or, you know, you just pay for it with a card. So,
yeah.
And that's the good thing too, Josh, is like if you're going to budget out for it, it's like there's so many places like you can look at the menu, but you don't have to look at the menu. You can just start like thumbing down some prices a little bit and kind of give yourself a gauge of like, are you a $50 person, or are you like me? Are you like a $250?
I'm more of in the middle. I think we normally do about $100. And I think we said this maybe in the video that we posted. We did not use that whole $100 that first day that we were there, so we still had some left over. I think maybe about 20 something dollars, maybe. So yeah, I mean, we
split plates, right? You're a split plate kind of person.
Yeah, I mean, I prefer to try and split as many things as possible because why not, right? I mean, if you're really, if you know, and I mean, I'm sure Kim, you and Scott can attest to this, but like, you know, the most you can try more food if you split items, right?
Exactly.
And you can always come back for more.
Right.
So, you know,
that's a huge thing that we do, especially like out the gate at the beginning of the day, because, you know, if you come back around and want it again when you're leaving, or you're coming back another day, then you know what you want a bigger portion of.
Right. I like that idea of trying something on day one, kind of marking it off a little bit and then trying to hit it back on towards the end of your trip. I like that idea.
And the other thing that goes with that too is we've always thought it was really fun to just be able to try different things that you might not try if you were in a restaurant, right? If you were going to pay the price of a full meal, you know, of a full meal and have this full serving of something you don't even know if you like, that seems, you know, you might shy away from that. But when you're at the festival and it's a small plate to start with, and then if you choose to split it, it's even smaller now. You're just getting a taste of something that's, I don't know, be adventurous and, you know, just try that. You might be surprised at something. And we have found, I don't think we've ever found anything that we'd say we didn't like. There's a lot of stuff we might not get again, but nothing that we felt like, you know, sorry that we purchased it, or nothing that we threw in the trash, right?
Yeah.
Like it was good.
Josh, what about you? Have you thrown anything in the trash? I'm curious.
Come on. I may have done that to a cookie once or twice.
Well, I wasn't. I know about the cookies. I wasn't talking like anything at the like. Man, I didn't get this. I'm gonna kind of.
No, I don't think so. I mean, you know, because exactly kind of like Kim just said, you know, you have the opportunity just to pick between so many different things. And I am very much somebody who is all about trying something new, trying something different. So, you know, take it or leave it for when you look at price comparison to the portion sizes, right? I know sometimes people get a little upset because maybe they're spending $10 for a food item that really isn't that big. But I still think that no matter what I try there, it's not bad. It might not be pleasing to my palate, but it's not bad food that I'm just going to throw away. So, I don't think that I've really can say that I've had anything bad.
I like that. I like that term, Josh. Pleasing to my palate.
You know,
he's got a lot of good ones tonight.
I try. Kim, one thing I will say, and I'm sure you know this probably, that you can combine gift cards on the website. So you've been able to do this for quite a while. But let's say if you do spend all of your money for your trip on, and you put it onto gift cards, right? But let's say you set aside $50, $100 and you get a gift card at Food and Wine. If at some point later on you spend all that money on your Food and Wine gift card, you can take a portion of the money that you've, let's say, combined from all your other gift cards and shift it over to that new gift card. If you really wanted to. I mean, I don't know that I personally probably wouldn't do that, but you know, I mean, it is something that like, oh, if you really want to keep using that gift card because it's really nice, because it's attached to your wrist. I mean, take it from me. I am somebody who, if I didn't have that, I would wrap a receipt around the gift card so that I could remember how much was on it. And then I would slide it into my pocket. And at some point I would slide it into the same pocket as my phone and pull my phone out. Oh, where's my gift card at? And I would have dropped it somewhere. So,
darn it.
You know, right. So you can definitely do that. You know, that's an option.
That's right. That's a good point.
Yeah. So,
let's see. I know, I think this is a good tip to, if you're going on multiple days, to when you head out, to go a different direction on your different days. Like you either start towards Mexico or start towards Canada. There's 2 directions. Or coming in through International Gateway, and then you're closer to England and France, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, because if you start eating, you know, you're going one direction and you start eating, by the time you get halfway around, you're not tasting as much on that last half of all those booths that you hit. So
that's a great tip, because I know that happens to us a lot. You know, I'm always, Taylor kind of follows suit a little bit. I think she's always wanting to go back and have the same things that she's had before because she knows that they're really great. I'm always wanting to try some new things.
Yeah.
So that's a great tip. You know, start from different sides, because, you know, we had a few things. The start of this festival, right? We went to the Saucy Swanky Swine. What a name for a food booth.
That's a shirt. That's a t-shirt waiting to happen.
Absolutely. And we got all food items there, right? And I ate pretty much everything from that food booth. Taylor had a little bit, but she was kind of saving her appetite for some other things. It's very easy to get full before you even make it halfway around. So you've got a great tip there to start maybe from, you know, the Canadian side, which some people might say that you should always go through Mexico first. But you know,
I was waiting for you to say that.
There's exceptions, no doubt.
So I guess, and then to go along with, we're talking about getting full before you're halfway around, to pace yourself, right? Like not just with alcohol, but like with the food too, right? It's just, it becomes a really filling day. And I think, like, I always feel like I always have a water bottle with me when we're at the parks, but that's like one day for sure that I'm sure to have plenty of water with us, to just try to keep rehydrating in between our stops. And, you know, just take your time and enjoy some of, you know, what's around you too, as well, when you're.
And something to add to that, Kim, I would suggest everybody right now, if you're coming down, because this is the second time, right? Last year it started pretty early too. There weren't a ton of people here at this point. But if you are going to be here now, between now and when it would normally start, which I think is like September 1st usually, maybe the end of August. Last week of August or so. It is really, really hot. It is really tough to get there at 11 o'clock and try to beat some of the crowds and beat some of the rush and eat some food and not just feel like the sun is bearing down on you. So when you come in going with what Kim said and pacing yourself, maybe come later in the evening, right? As it kind of starts to drop, the park is still staying open till about 9 or 10 o'clock. And you can go around there, have some stuff, not feel like you are being beaten down by the sun because it's so hot, and definitely make sure that you've got plenty of water. So
and like you said, coming in the evening, Josh, that's a good idea too, that we would sometimes try to plan our visit around a meal or instead of a meal, right?
Oh, yes.
And then you're not saving money, but you don't have to have meal money and festival money, right? Like make that your lunch or a dinner on a night. help with the budget and get to enjoy both things. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that is something else that we've said a lot too, where if you're coming for food and wine and try something new, right, that you might not have tried at a regular restaurant, take that day, whether it is for lunch or it is for the evening, and don't do a sit down or counter service. Plan to have your lunch as food and wine stuff, and it's a great substitute, just like you said, and you can kind of budget that day for a meal, whether it's sit down or counter service, whatever you would normally do, use it for something else or use it for a different day or whatever. So that's a really, really good suggestion. I think some people don't think of, because we've seen plenty of people who are like, oh, it's my first time and we're trying so much food. Oh, but we have dinner in 30, 40 minutes or something like that. And we've eaten at 5 different booths. I don't know how, So yeah, plan accordingly. That's a great tip.
I think it was our very first food and wine. We didn't know. And we had a couple of sit down reservations made for dinner, right? Like at Le Cellier one night and like nice things, right? Yeah. And we went to food and wine that day. And by, afternoon, we were like, there is no way we're going to be ready for dinner at. So quickly getting, on the phone. It was before my Disney experience and, changing the reservation to another night of the trip because, so. See. Oh, and we have also found, I don't know if you've found this, Josh, or if you've seen it when you guys were there last week, sometimes that the marketplaces in the Future World area tend to open up a few minutes earlier than 11. So if you're kind of hanging around, you might, get a short line, grab something real quick as you, start your journey out through the rest of World Showcase.
So when the park was opening up at 9:00, and hopefully this will go back to opening up at 9:00 in the near future before Food and Wine's over, I loved starting my day at Flavors from Fire. They had a great dish over there, and you're right. Yes. And normally they would open up a little bit before 11. I think sometimes they would even open up at like 10:45. I feel like there was one time where they opened up as early as 10:30 in Future Worlds. For a couple of different booths, just because there were so many people. Yeah, definitely. I mean, you never know. Right. We always try to get there a little bit early, just like you said, and beat some of the crowds. Just be on the lookout. So.
Yep. Yeah. I think one of the things we used to do too, I don't know what category to put this in or something, but one of us would stand in line and order the food, and the other one of us would go look for your table or your trash can to grab onto, to, divide and conquer. Right. So,
that's a great one. We always do that. Usually I'm in line and Taylor will get a table or a trash can. And if anybody out there is judging right now, I encourage you to go to Food and Wine, Flower and Garden, Festival of the Arts, Festival of the Holidays, whichever one you want to. Yeah. And just look at the table surface, then look at the trash can surface. Normally, it's much cleaner than the table. Just saying.
Yeah, you would not be wrong.
It's the better place. And sometimes there are more trash cans in the shade than there are tables. Right. Usually. So, but
let's see. And then, obviously we all know when you go to the parks, you're walking a lot all day long, but I think you tend to stand a lot too when you're at the festival, because you stop and you stand to eat, right? And it gets tiring. It gets hot if you're coming right now, like we just talked about. And so take advantage of hopping somewhere inside, right? Like Epcot Experience building or the Appleseed Orchard. You can, head in there with stuff that you've gotten from other booths and take advantage of some air conditioning or some shade, even just getting under the awnings from those buildings. Or as you're walking around, take a break in China or France for the movies, right? Those are like 15 to 20 minute movies or nap times if you're Scott.
That's funny.
But yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of walking. You're totally right. So I always look at it too as a way to explore a little bit more of the countries. I know a lot of people just tend to like rush right by. They're hitting up frozen, then they're going to grab something to eat. But, I mean, take a moment and walk through some of the shops. Depending on which way you come through, Germany's a great place to stop and relax.
Yeah.
They've got some benches out there. They're usually covered by sycamore trees with really great shade during the summertime. Not so much in the wintertime because they don't have any leaves on them. But I think including that, then you've got Italy that's like right next door. It has a few benches that can be in the shade every so often, depending on what time of the day you're there. So, or yeah, like you said, hit up the movies, the shows. It's American Adventure.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Go in and watch that. That's a great show that you can actually sit down in. Yeah. And I'll admit, occasionally I may close my eyes.
Yeah. So. Nice cool air and yeah.
Oh man. It's hard not to.
Yeah. I'm with you. So I think those were like my tips and stuff that I had put out. Do you want to say like our favorite booths?
Yeah, absolutely.
Talk about. I mean, I guess it changes. We have a lot. I don't have just one, but
I wouldn't expect anything less. So.
Right. Well, we like food.
So do I.
You don't have only one either. I know it.
No.
So in the past couple of years, Flavors from Fire has been probably at the top of the list. I mean, it was so good.
What is there a specific food item there, or just the booth in general? As in, all
of them.
Okay. All right.
I can't even remember now, like what we had, the little burger thing, right? Wasn't a little slider?
A little slider, yes.
2 years ago. And then there was, I think, a steak, like a flank steak or I don't remember.
They have a steak right now.
Then they also, did you guys ever try the, what was that? The swine juice?
I didn't.
You ever tried that?
No, with the drumstick.
I'm looking at it right now. Swine brine.
The swine brine.
I did not try that.
No.
That's okay.
What? Yeah, I didn't try it either. Okay. What's do you have the menu pulled up, Matt? Or
yeah, I have it up.
Do they have it's not braised beef, corned beef? Do they have the corned beef this year?
Yeah, the corned beef.
Oh man, that is my favorite item.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that's my favorite there.
Yeah, yes. we like that too.
Yes.
And then they got the chimichurri charred steak.
Yes.
And then the s'mores whoopie pie, which
that's new.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to try that this year.
Yeah, that sounds like
to try that too.
That's only $4, so
I'm all about a s'mores and
me too.
Yeah. So that was, but we and I don't know if they have it this year, but we always seem to like the stuff at Hawaii's booth too, when they've had the Hawaiian booth in the past.
Okay.
They usually had like a poke that we enjoyed, and then I know it changes a little bit every year, but it was always a good stop.
It was. I'm trying to think of where Hawaii was at in the past. It's
on
not
your
where
way to Canada.
Was it across from Starbucks and the bathrooms?
Yes.
Right
kind
there.
Of in that.
Did they have what is that? It's not spam? Is that, didn't they normally have spam or something like a spam dish?
They have
a
teriyaki
glazed spam hash with potatoes right now.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
So
that was pretty good.
I think if I'm looking at this Hawaii menu right now, I think I'm going almost dessert on this one. I think I'd go the passion fruit cheesecake with toasted macadamia nuts.
Oh, that sounds good. I'm gonna have to get that. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. I love a cheesecake.
And wash that down. I'd probably go with a Kona Brewing Company beer.
A swine brine.
Always good. No. Not that.
Oh man.
Let's see. Australia always has some good things too, like with a little lamb chop or like some grilled shrimps. And then they have good wine from Australia. So we always like that booth too, I think.
Everybody forgets about that second pot. Everybody thinks food.
You have to have a drink to go with the food.
Remember to have the wine.
Yes.
And there is an extensive list of wines. I mean, when you really think about it and you break down all these booths, there's a lot. There's a lot of different stuff to choose from. So
Yeah.
I'm looking at that menu like that. You mean they have the grilled sweet and spicy shrimp, the roasted lamb chop. Like,
Do they have, Matt, you have that up? Do they
Yep.
have the Lamington this year? Is that the dessert?
no, it's a deconstructed pavlova. It's a pastry cream citrus with berries, lemon meringue. It sounds phenomenal.
Okay, sounds delicious.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll pass on that one. I'll let you guys try.
What don't you like about that? That it's
I don't know.
food, it sounds healthy?
I don't know. Well, I'd have to look at it. I'd have to see it.
Lemon
I don't know.
meringue? Come on.
Oh, lemon meringue? Is that what it is? Yes.
Yeah.
I don't like lemon. I
And-
don't like
and they
meringue.
have-
I don't like meringue.
Oh dear. Well,
And then
another s'mores for you.
Please. I will take another.
and they have a wine flight there, so you can
Oh, nice.
dabble in a couple different
Try.
beverages.
I know one booth that I always find myself going back to, and I try to not do it unless we're there in the evenings or as we start to get towards the end of the festival, because it is always better enjoyed in a little bit cooler weather is Canada. It is the tiniest portion that you will ever receive of the Canadian beer cheese soup.
Yes.
With a pretzel that's slightly too much pretzel for the cheese sometimes, but it's fantastic. That is a dish that I get every single year.
Yes.
And
us too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the little fillet, right? Like we always get that at least once. So
yes. Let's do copycat food and wine festival. I would be down for that.
Yes,
I think that's a no-brainer.
Great
That'd be
idea.
awesome. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
And Canada only has those two items, so you that's a nice little meal. If you want to say it?
Yeah.
I'm trying. There's they're not really around this year, but in the past that they've been around, which has been Next Eats, Earth Eats, and what's the other one that had usually a seafood? They might be scattered around the festival. I think Next Eats is still around. I'm not sure if Earth Eats and the other one is, but
I thought I saw Earth Eats.
I saw Earth Eats too.
Okay.
Yeah, I have Earth Eats. They have that possible slider and the impossible 3-bean chili.
Yes, yeah. So that's a great one if you are vegetarian. I don't know if any of those are like really vegan. They could be.
Some of them are.
That's a great place. I always love going there because I think the food is really good.
It's good.
And I think the one year they had some interesting. They weren't ciders. It might have been like the first year that they did hard waters there, sparkling hard waters.
Yeah, it looks like they have a spice apple chai tea.
Yeah,
Pinot Noir.
They have weird stuff sometimes.
And a spiced tea with whiskey.
Okay.
I
might try that.
Yeah,
I might try that.
That'll warm up your insides a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
On those cold August days.
Yeah.
Oh wait, what's the isn't there like the macaroni and cheese over by Test Track? Is that what it is? Is there like a macaroni and cheese one, right?
Need more than that.
Might have been. I need more than that. It might be a Next Eats.
Hold on a second.
I'm trying to think, but one of those over there.
They got a place called Lobster Landing that's going to open October 1st. Man,
that one actually sounds pretty good.
They don't have the prices on it yet, but it's going to be a New England lobster tail with lobster bisque sauce. So I'm going to guess you're looking about a couple bucks on that one. Lobster chowder with baked corn, potatoes, and oyster crackers, and baked lobster dip with Old Bay chips. Yes.
Yeah, that sounds good. It does.
Yes, just yes.
It's called
Matt's
Mac and Eats.
Mac and Eats, yes.
Yeah. And that's going to open on October 1st as well.
Yes. Okay. All right.
I mean, they got
That sounds like I'm going to have to see that one.
Yeah. It looks like they're 2 new items this year is going to be a truffle macaroni and cheese with herb panko and a cowboy macaroni and cheese with smoked pork belly, brisket burnt ends, pickled peppers, and onion straws. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, man. Yeah. Nice. I love it.
So, Josh, when I'm not really around for GoldCon, I'm probably
we'll find you.
Festival.
I'll be there right beside you. So anybody's looking for us, that's where we'll be.
Because I think Josh, like, and we're all, I think we're all going to GoldCon, like,
Yeah.
and I think we make a day of it at GoldCon. We do.
Oh yeah.
You missed the last meeting, Josh. I think we already decided, but it's okay.
That's fine by me. I mean, I'm fine. I'll do it. You tell me.
So all our agents out there that are coming to GoldCon, we're gonna do a food and wine crawl.
Oh boy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
There you go.
All right.
Good one. Yeah.
Josh, real quick, I know you went into this. I want to get the exact name. The wing place.
Okay.
Saucy.
Yeah. Whatever.
No, not that one. You're talking about the wings, right?
Yeah,
Like
the wing
fried
place.
Wings. That's
So,
in
like,
the Epcot Experience building.
How many wings are you getting out of that? I'm just trying to price out in my head.
I think it was 5 wings.
Okay.
At the festival, I kind of thought at the festival for the price, I thought it wasn't terrible.
No, $7.50 for 5. That's not bad.
And for my personal liking, they were done, I mean, perfectly.
Perfectly. Okay, good.
So yes,
Okay.
I mean, for my personal preference, there are other people who might have been like, those were overdone. But when I think of traditional chicken wings, especially something that I would get up in the Northeast in PA, that's what I would get. And so those were right on spot for me. So they're good.
I think this would be, if I had to, like, I know I mentioned the beer. This is where the beer, the watermelon dragon fruit sour beer is. I think this, even if they didn't have that beer, this would probably be my first stop. I like wings. I think, like, even though, like, I'm not a big hot guy, I think I'd go the mango habanero right out the gate. Get your morning going.
I think the next time we go back, I'm gonna try those. So next time we go back, I'm gonna try those. I was a little afraid that they'd be too hot, but why not?
You know,
Give it a try.
And it comes with, like, celery and ranch. Like, I think that's probably a nice little snack to have.
Yeah. And they're not super filling either, right?
It's a chicken wing.
It's a chicken wing, so it's definitely a nice little meal. And if you, not even a meal, it's a snack. If if you're going to keep eating, not a bad place to start.
Yeah.
Not a bad place to end either. So that's where I ended last time.
I think I'd end if we were picking. Because I have the list up. I think I'd stop at, like, the donut box and end with a couple donuts.
Okay.
Just because
Can't go wrong with donuts.
Yeah. That's just me. But.
So, Kim, do you guys have an upcoming trip planned to hit up Food and Wine?
We don't yet.
Okay.
So we're still figuring out a date.
All right. Yeah. Is there anything new this year, if you've seen it yet, that you're like, really, I'm gonna try that? Food or other beverages?
Food would be the place. I'm gonna forget the whole name of it. It was the long one that you said at the very beginning.
The swanky saucy swine or something?
Saucy swine thing. Yeah.
It's just fun.
Interested to try that, and I haven't looked. I need to look more like at what the drink offerings are to kind of see.
There's a lot. There's a lot of
try.
options.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the name of the place, Josh? The Swanky Saucy Swine. Yeah.
Swanky Saucy Swine. Yeah. I encourage you all to try the pig ear salad. So, all right.
Okay.
Crispy pig ear salad with roasted tomatillo sauce, pickled red onions, queso fresco, roasted corn salad. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Sounds
good.
Great.
It's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and it's not like a giant pig ear on your salad. So, okay, so
Like the kind
which people would,
right.
And then, like, if we're talking drinks at that one, Josh, I'm probably going, like, the bourbon Bloody Mary.
Oh.
I didn't even look at the drinks there. I was so kind of taken aback by the food offerings there. I didn't even look. So,
well, you bought the menu.
Oh.
Well, I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
But I just walked up to the stand and I said, "Can I have one of all the food items?" So they're like, "Are you sure?
One of everything."
Yes, please. So it was good.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, I'm excited about this year. They got I got myself a little map here that I'm going to cheat with. I'm not going to share it, but
okay.
I'll share it with you guys. It came from another website.
Oh, I got you. Excellent.
But
Okay.
I'm excited to, over the next, you know me, I'm going to be down in August. I'm going to be down in October.
Yeah.
I'm gonna gain some weight, and then I'm gonna have to lose some weight so I can do
So you can gain some again.
the zip lining in December.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know what? Listen, it's Food and Wine Festival. The portion sizes are smaller, so you really have to eat a lot to really put on. And you're walking so much. I mean, think about it. You're
Walk
you
it
know
off.
you're walking it off.
burning it off right away.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. When you're
It's
in
a
Disney,
mile around World Showcase. So.
exactly. So.
Yeah.
That Josh, I'm glad you just said that, because now you just put me at ease a little bit. That
Okay.
I can just eat as much as I want as long as I'm walking.
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
As much as you could possibly fill yourself with. That's as much as you want. So cool. We have anything else to add?
Kim, any last minute tips? Anything?
No, I got them all.
I think the main thing is don't be afraid to try things. What did Eric just write?
Eric said, Matt, you can go running with Josh the Saturday after GoldCon.
Hey, Eric, are you going to be joining us? Because I'm going to guess you're probably not. I'll join you for breakfast, though.
Right?
But I think it's don't be afraid. Try some different things, especially where it's small portion sizes, and you never know, you might like something. Because I go back to something like we talked about in the past, Josh. Is I always wanted to try escargot, and then you have it on the Disney ship because it's kind of included if you want.
Absolutely.
And it's like it's the greatest thing. Like I know you don't like it, Josh. I know, but like I'm a really big escargot fan. But I should give it. I don't go out of my way to have it.
Okay.
I noticed it on a menu here, and I'm gonna dabble with it. And I know a lot of the cruise lines have it as well. So
there you go.
That's where my gift cards are going.
Okay. Yeah. I don't really have anything else to add, Kim. I think you had some really great tips. I think hopefully a lot of people will find them very helpful.
Yeah.
And man, I am now really, really hungry. I'm glad that
you got
ready to go.
That's right. Just before we started the podcast, I was like, I got 2 minutes. I'll be right back. I ran out and I put a pizza into the kitchen and into the oven. And luckily, I'm hoping the people that are out there were taking care of the pizza for me. So
and didn't eat it too.
Well, that too. I mean, nobody's come banging on the door, so they've either consumed it or I don't know. Maybe they didn't eat it. I don't know.
Hopefully,
so
hopefully they left you a slice.
We'll see. But yeah. So if anybody out there, if you're listening, if you're watching, whatever you're doing on your commute to work, on a run, if you're interested in working with Kim and having her help you plan your next destination vacation with Goldgell Getaways, you can send her an email. It is up on the screen, or you can type in K Silvers, KSILVERS at goldgellgetaways.com. So awesome. Thank you, Kim.
Good.
We appreciate
thanks
it.
Thanks for having me, guys. It was fun.
Absolutely.
And enjoyed having you on.
Yeah. We have last minute. Oh, okay. Never mind.
What do we got?
No, I was just seeing. We had like some last minute, comments coming through there, so I was just checking. But
I think it's pretty much. I think we've established a GoldCon 5K. It seems like.
Looks like for the Princess 5K. I think we should all do the Princess 5K in February.
I think
it's easy.
Easy. Yeah, I don't know how that's happening. That's
easy.
Yeah, that's a no for me. But I think that's it for this week. All right. We are off next week.
Correct.
As of right now, maybe we talk about it, maybe we do something. Since we've gotten really good at doing those pre-recordings.
Well, maybe we'll see.
We can talk about it.
All right. We'll see.
I'm on the road. Josh is on the road, so we'll be back at least live on the
10th? No, the 7th.
7th, I think it is.
No, the 6th.
Sure. We'll just keep making up numbers. Whatever that first Friday is in August, and our guest
42nd.
I'm excited about this one, Josh. Like we got like a real podcast person.
Oh, we do.
We got Dave Adams coming on.
He's not a real podcast person.
He's better.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
He's more than us.
He is. He's
He's
very
a
good.
legit podcast guy.
He has a well-established podcast, 2 actually, 3 maybe, that he does with some other people, not just by himself. But yes, he does. So super. Yeah, that'll be a good one. That'll be a good one.
Yeah, well, I'm going to touch base with him over the next couple of days. I'm going to figure out a topic. And the main thing that we like, make sure to subscribe on the YouTube channel so we can get those numbers up so we can do the Renegade Debts. And and on TikTok
and Instagram.
And Instagram at goldgellgetaways.com as well.
Yeah.
Other than that, have a great weekend, everybody. And now we're off to plan your next vacation.
Great.
Bye, everybody.